Wow, this is looking kind of grainy. But, okay, so I'm really happy because, look at this. I've got my 3 female platies. I'm filming this on my HTC One. I don't know why it's looking so grainy here. And I still need a light, but anyways, I've got my 3 female platies right next to my male beta, which is just really pretty fish. And I really liked the way he looked and his personality. And I was really hoping I could build a community with 3 female platies. And you can see my tank, it's a planted tank. I built it all from scratch myself. I've got it's a special substrate. It's like fluorite. It's red and brown. But anyways, this theme is going to be all kind of reds and grays and yellows. And it just looks really nice. And my fish, my beta, is the center of it all, and he's a red and yellow bluish color, and so pretty. I wanted to get some female platies because I thought they would just look really good with the fish. Look at him, he's building his bubble nest right next to these female platies, doesn't even care. If anything, he looks kind of intrigued. This is just really good news. Freaking Petco, that's where I bought these fish. I don't know if they're any good. The plants I got at a local fish store. But local fish store didn't have the cherry shrimp, which is what I want, because it's just a 10-gallon. I'm in my dorm room and they don't allow. So I've got my mess here from putting together my tank. These are my old gravel. Otherwise, I usually keep my stuff organized. But this is all just stuff. It's crazy. This is the week before finals. I decided to put together a fish tank. Don't ask me why. I'm just, I just do crazy stuff. Anyway, guys, look at that. He doesn't mind. This is going to be an awesome tank if everything works out. I got this stuff. I never used it. I got impatient. I put the tank together once with plastic plants. And I got it all set. I used my old gravel. I didn't like it. Took it all down. Put it all back together. Brand new soil. Put sand on it. Which, I don't know. The sand was a lot easier to rinse off than the fluoride. That stuff made a huge mess. But got it done. Planted my plants. I got this liquid CO2 stuff going, and I've got oxygen stone. I've got an oxygen stone going, and I don't know. I mean, this is the first time I've done plants, and I need to get a nice light and everything like that. But I get a lot of sunlight through both of those windows. It really lights up this whole area. And I had a full spectrum fluorescent, just a really basic light, but it turns out the housing's bad, and Petco doesn't have a housing that can fit on here. They only had a 16-inch, which would have come out to here on my tank. I just didn't want to deal with that. I want to get a nice LED that's going to run me $50, $50 to $75. So I might have to go on Amazon. I don't know. I need something quick though. I need something to have on a timer over winter break. Got a nice water heater, but whatever. The main point of this video was supposed to show that my beta, well, he's getting a little more aggressive now, but it's to show that my beta seems to be okay with these fish. That's really cool. So like I said, I want to get the red shrimp. I think that'll complement all the yellows and reds. I don't want the ghost shrimp. And I think the small cories are too small, or small cories are too big. My tank is too small for them. For the small cories. I was looking for the PG, MYG, whatever's that grow to be 1/2 inch to like 3/4 an inch. I was thinking I could maybe get a couple of those, maybe 3 of those, and put them in there. because they got the sand. I'm sure they would love the sand, and I'd love watching them sweep across the sand. So I was thinking I could get, aside from these 4 guys, 2 or 3 tiny, tiny, tiny cories, less than an inch, and maybe a handful of shrimp, 4 or 5 shrimp. Maybe just the shrimp, maybe just 5 shrimp, I don't know, 4 or 5 shrimp. And that's it. This is my 10-gallon planted tank. I hope that I can get a nice light and that I don't screw this up. These plants can become successful. And I hope that these fish are okay. I mean, I assumed that you need ammonia for this to work. So I haven't thrown it in there because I haven't had anything in there. A few days ago, I put in some fish food. I put in just some Betta pellets that I got to try to get some ammonia going. It seemed to help. Honestly, it's not something that I can just observe scientifically, but in my opinion, the plants seem to be doing better now that I dropped some food in, put the CO2 in, got the water heater going, and the temperature's right. And because it's planted, I'm not so worried about the new tank syndrome, etc. I am worried about my filter being too strong. If you can see, it bullies my Amazon sword. It pushes this leaf down. It's not natural. It's the current doing that. It's a really powerful. This is a really old setup. I made this back in like 2004, but I think we bought a filter that's designed for maybe 25-gallon tank. And this is just a 10-gallon tank, and I don't remember why we did it. I think at the time we just thought bigger was better. So I'm going to run down to Albertsons and buy some kitchen sponges. I'm going to tie it around I'm going to tie it around the tube, the intake, and I'm going to tie it around the output. Hopefully slow the water down. And I need a light. I need a freaking light. So I need a light and shrimp. I need my sponges, my light, and my shrimp, and maybe those tiny, tiny cories. But anyways, he just doesn't. He's not flaring up or anything. He's just curious. This is awesome.